All right, listen, we do have to enjoy the little wins here. I did a little bit of a Lacazette. I don't know if that's right, but you know. And here is Lacazette right now.
Hey!
My hair is in the house. Of course, we waited.
Yeah, guys, I had to break. Sorry, I had to break my scoring drought. Yeah, man, just got out of the changing rooms now. Oh, man. Did you guys love that? Or did you guys love that?
I loved it. I loved it. 2-0 win. Big week ahead, 6 days, and start off with 3 points. We don't know what's going to happen against Liverpool, but we can go into Liverpool with a clean slate and feeling good about ourselves. We want to gauge how we are against these top 3 teams and give ourselves a good account. So we'll have a little bit of a chance to talk about Liverpool a little bit later. I'm guessing, Mr. Tom, that means you like football again. Translation: Mr. Tom likes football again, and we
like
know
it when Mr. Tom's happy. We like it when Mr. Tom's happy.
We know what it's like.
Of course.
Against Wolves, we got that late goal, and it's always good to have one of those in your season. Evening. Did someone predict 2-0 to Arsenal last Monday night? I'm guessing it was Riddy.
Yep.
You remember that one, Gary? Did he predict 2-0?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at the videotape.
I think so. We'll have to
do a VAR check, and you know those VAR checks are not very kind.
I don't know how they take 3 minutes like the one today.
Yeah,
go look at the monitor. Get things done.
We'll talk about that. We move forward another step. Come on, you Gunners from BX Gunner. That's Chelsea's goal difference is massive, though.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
Yep,
24 goals.
Ooh, dear. But you know.
3 points.
Yeah, but 5 of our next 6 games are against teams 8 or below. So
I was trying to figure out where you were going with that. If you're just gonna say something like negative.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony's waiting. He's waiting in the long grass.
I'm not waiting. Let's not wait for anything to happen. Let's just go get the 3 points. Let's do that.
I feel like Tony's waiting for Uncle Arteta to slip up somewhere along the line.
He's going to slip
up.
No,
he's going to slip up Wednesday if he uses his fucking formation. It'd be like 8-0.
Yeah. I mean, today showed that even with I wouldn't say it was a good performance as a team. There were some individual performances, but as a team, we didn't look that good. But we got 2 goals, and they didn't get any. So we're going to take it. Yeah?
Generally, that's a good thing. So that is your opening statement, Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts out negative, but I'll take the 3 points. And that's, you know what? That's where we are. The expectations are we should get a win in this game, no matter how bad we play. And it showed today. We play like this against some of the, we played this on Wednesday. We'll be screaming at the TV screen because we can't do that, right? We're a much better team than we played today, for sure.
Gary, I'll be turning it off in the first 20 minutes if we play this way.
Yeah, well, it might make it easier for the pain if you do, but I think we'll play up for them, right? We're playing at home. We just saw Emil Smith-Rowe come on. Tomiyasu is on. He'll have his shirt, I believe, and he'll be on the bench at the least. So that's all. That's what we need.
Not the problem, though.
Hey.
Problem is number 34 and where he's playing.
You're not happy about him no matter where he's playing. I'm just happy.
I'm definitely not happy at him.
No, the further away from the goal he is, the better he is.
Exactly. He's not in a position where he can do
today what happens when he plays defense, right? It's scary. It's scary.
Evening, Stephen, and evening to December as well. Good evening.
Matt said he out-jumped a Walrus. So.
Can't argue about a win, says December.
Walrus out-jumped him, sorry.
What's your opening statement, Matt?
Do you know what? Like Gary says, it wasn't, at times it wasn't our best. I actually thought we were quite good today. We weren't at our best by a long shot. We had opportunities to put the game away pretty early on in the first half. I think we're unfortunate. I know Martinelli was unfortunate not to kind of get his shot off and actually beat the keeper fairly early on. Partey obviously hit the crossbar. He obviously had a headed goal and hit the crossbar as well. So he's getting closer, isn't he? So that was good to see. Yeah, we probably could have got a couple more goals today. Leicester have a decent attacking threat, so they're always going to create something at some point and cause a few problems. But I thought overall we did quite well today. Ben White and Ramsdale dug us out of trouble a couple of times. But you're going to expect that against Leicester. They've got a decent attacking, threat when they want to get forward. So it's 3 points. You can't argue with that. It's 3 points at home. It's points on the board, really valuable ones because now we're sat in fourth, a point ahead of United with 3 games in hand. So you got to love it, really. And it's nice to see some of those players that we want to have better games, getting better games. Partey in particular was really good today. Odegaard, again, pulling the strings, looked fantastic. Martinelli was really bright, I thought. Actually we started to have more of an overload on the left-hand side rather than always relying on Saka on the right, which was good to see. I think we can still get more out of Martinelli, though. But no, I thought it was a fairly solid win. It wasn't our best, but we got 3 points on the board, and I'm happy about that. So I can't mind.
All right, Tony. Someone who might moan might be Tony, but we'll see what happens. Matt can't moan, but Tony certainly can. Or are you going to be positive, Tony? Which Tony we getting tonight?
We're just go with we got 3 points. We should have got 3 points. Ramsdale did a great save, or it had been equalized, and don't know what would happen from there. Like I said, I'm scared to death when you see Granit Xhaka as a 10. They're playing further up the pitch than everybody else. He does this Wednesday, midweek, where they get drilled 10-0, 12-0. It's not that look pretty. And you still
going to score more goals the further up the pitch he is? Is that what you just said?
Because there's a mountain of space in there. Do you not see the mountain of space there?
Yeah, I saw it, Tony. I saw it. They said, we play.
You can land a helicopter in there.
Yeah, but it is about 60 yards away from our goal, Tony. So I'd take that. If there's a mountain of space in that pocket, it's in the opposition's half.
Yeah, but then he starts dropping back, and there's still a gulf of space. I know,
Tony. I know exactly what you mean. The commentator said, somebody said, if that space is there against a top team like Liverpool, they're gonna exploit.
Yeah. Hi, Dave. We're coming for you on Wednesday night. 5 wins on the bounce, says Brady. 9 in our last 11.
Amazing.
Campbell, it is true that Martinelli. It is true that Martinelli did get a call up to the Brazilian squad, so he's being recognized.
And Gabriel
for his play as well. Yeah, and there was a mix-up in the first half, and the communication cannot be the problem, right? 2 Brazilians getting mixed up. 2 Gabriels colliding.
That was the performance of a game. Was Gabriel's acting job?
Listen, I'm not going to complain if our players are going to try and do some of that stuff. I'm not complaining because we've seen opposition do that against us, and now you can't have it both ways, Tony.
Yeah, but you can't have an official calling it fucking 50 yards away from a ball either.
Going to be one of those.
But for years, guys, let's be fair. For years, we haven't had any shithousery in our team. And it's made us kind of soft, not even a marshmallow, like a jelly baby.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's good to see.
But if that foul went against us, you guys would be raising hell. He was 50 yards away and made the ball.
Who's this? You guys?
You would have been raising hell if we got called for a foul.
I wouldn't.
50 yards off the ball.
Don't lump me in there with Ray.
No, Ray probably would. He'd probably take up for this one.
Stephen Denham, who's man of the match?
The love. We got the love here, man.
Ramsdale, and I think Stephen, you'll remember Ramsdale with that super save earlier in the season against Leicester City, and he's putting up some kind of a compilation video just against Leicester City alone. Ramsdale pulling off quite a few saves for us.
Do you know what, though, Ray? I did have a bit of a problem with him today in the sense that tackle that White made, whilst it was fantastic, actually, I thought that Ramsdale could have done better. he kind of palmed it out into. I mean, he did well to get across, but rather than actually taking the ball into his chest and actually keeping it, he palmed it out into a dangerous area. And I see you see a lot of keepers doing that, and I don't know why. Just keep hold of the ball. I actually thought that was a really silly thing to do.
Yeah, he definitely punches it and palms it way too much.
That was a really good combination from Leicester. They cut us down on their left-hand side. But that was good play from them. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
We were tied to each of those players, and that was a good combination. 1, 2, 3 touches. The cross comes in, and then Maddison has the confidence to take that in, try to take it inside. And Ben White, a great challenge.
What a block.
Really good challenge. Yeah.
Benjamin! I'm going to call you by your first name, Benjamin, because of that save. Benjamin!
Mr. Tom says winning every week must get boring. I wouldn't know what that's like.
That's why.
Neither did we for quite a while, to be honest with you. This is novel to us at the moment, so long may it continue.
That's why our conversations are a little bit different, and they seem like we don't care about the win. We actually do, but we are. Yeah. We have expectations now, and those expectations will only come if the game goes a certain way. Like today's game, 2-goal lead. Clean sheet, but there are still holes we need to fill, right? There's still things we need to get better at, and that's a natural progression of where we've been. So I don't think we should be feel sad about it. Mr. Tom, you got to win, right? So like I said, it's all relative. Our pain and your pains are a little different.
Up to 16th place for them, and now have a 4-point gap over the third last team in the league. So a little bit of breathing room, Mr. Tom. Something to build on. I think that win, Rodrigo getting both goals. Not Rodrigo. He assisted on the winning goal. But yeah, I think there's sparks there to build on. And as Gary said, for Arsenal, 2 goals conceded last week against Watford. Plenty of cautionary tales to be told in the from Arteta during the week, and again, we'll have more to work on, Gary, if we're going to face Liverpool as well.
Yes. I mean, our defense today was a little leaky. There were a little leaky. They got a lot of opportunities. The ball's coming into the box.
Yeah,
lots of crosses coming in. I mean, that just can't happen against better teams, or else we're gonna, like you said, like Tony said, the game will get away from us quickly when we do that. So yeah, you have to, defensively we have to get better. But if our defense, gets a clean sheet, and then you'll take it. But there are things to work on. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and just like Leeds beating Norwich, I mean there are levels for Leeds to beat Norwich. You're not going to get excited about it, but it is a big 3 points for them.
After what you've gone through for the last month or two, you need, wins are good, no matter who they're against. And we've already figured out that a win in the Premier League isn't an easy thing to do. Not everybody can do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, ask that team, right?
Or ask the other team also.
Ask Norwich and ask that team from across the way from Arsenal.
Yeah.
As Arsene Wenger said, they might be 4 miles away, but they're light years away from us, really, in reality.
Light years. Light years have to infinity and beyond, shouty.
So, let me go to you then, Mahir, because you like to talk about Manchester United, right? And that team.
Yeah.
3-2 yesterday, Ronaldo showing up, but he's not going to do it every week for them.
Nah, man. You've heard, man, even other Man United actual fans, the whole fan base. Ronaldo's finished, and now you want to see you all over each other's faces. I know that sounds nasty, but jeez, get that thing away from me. Man, look here. The Tottenham Manchester United game yesterday was actually a good game. A draw would have been better. But if we just keep doing our job, I honestly couldn't care less about the shadows, the people that are always living in the shadows, and that other lot with their big mouths and their big heads and their big small brains mentality. You can't say anything to us right now, please. Arteta, please prove me wrong. And one other thing I want to make very clear is I need to apologize to Odegaard. Odegaard to me is slightly becoming, you guys know the Greek god Odin. I'm going to start calling him, I might have to start calling him Odin God, but it's a little bit too soon. Today they were calling him the conductor. Matt, I'm eating some more humble pie again this week, damn it.
Hey, do you know what? A fair play to you. You know, you're always willing to admit where things maybe haven't gone where you thought they would do. So fair play to you.
Yeah,
He's fantastic.
Matt Meyer does own the things that he says, unlike some other people.
100%. Yeah.
You guys can hear me loud and clear, though?
Yeah.
Stop talking about my friend, all right?
We hear you,
Get your
Captain.
hand down.
We hear you, Captain.
Audio.
Nice penalty take, Captain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know
Always
where
stop
you're
us.
going with it, Tony. I can't tell. I don't know. I used to be able to read you. I can't read you right now. I don't know where. Is that,
Stop
are you
us.
happy or sad with the penalty
Either
kick?
side. Either,
My
but
here,
that's how you take a penalty, guys. Stop us.
That's how he
Bottom
taken. We'll definitely talk
Power.
about that. My here, December said, do you think Arsenal are guaranteed fourth now? No, I think there's
No,
always
let's not
some first
guarantee
point.
anything. Nothing
Yes.
is guaranteed. Huh?
Yes.
Tony! I love
Where
the
the fuck
confidence,
is this
Tony.
pessimism coming from? 5 of our next 6 games against top 8 or below. Come on. It's ours to lose.
It's
We
ours
should
to
be
lose, but it's not guaranteed.
That's not
That
the
is
question.
ours to lose,
nothing
but
The
not
question should
guaranteed.
be, should we carry
Liverpool,
Thank you, Matt.
Chelsea.
Chelsea
The
or
Chelsea.
not to
question
be a
is the
conversation?
question from the viewer, and you have to answer the question from the viewer.
I answered it.
Ray's math
No.
says if we win 75% of our next 8 games, we will have top 4.
I think we have to get
Right?
to 60
That's what your
something
math.
points.
That's what the Ray math says. We'll have what
Or is it
68 points or
72?
something like that.
If seven, yeah, if
Alonso
that's
in
what
the
it is, then
house.
that's what
That's
it is. Yes.
I'm
Where'd
just
I
going
have
by what you say.
72, though? We should have a minimum of 72.
Alonso, what do you think of that game? Let's get your thoughts on the game first of all.
Yeah, I think that we held Leicester City in check for most of the game. They really didn't have any threat going forward. I thought Party's first goal was brilliant. I thought Martinelli's corner kick was pretty good, pretty good to see. I think we had success early on in the season with corner kicks. But Hardy's header was dead on. I thought it was an excellent as goal. I thought his header was magnificent. But yeah, I think it's always a tough game against Leicester. So I think defensively we were pretty well organized in the back, and when there was a threat going forward, I think we cleared it up pretty quickly. I thought Tierney's clearance is wonderful. I thought Gabriel Ben White, Show White are getting better every game. It seems like, So I'm very impressed by Lacazette's goal as well. I thought he took it pretty well.
Yeah. And another clean sheet, Tony. I know you may be keeping track of those things. Let us know how many
14, right?
14 clean sheets for Arsenal this season.
14 out of
Oh my
26
days.
is what they said on the thing today.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. PX Gunner says, I know it was getting up there. Rodgers can't get them playing right this time. Looks like it may end after another year. Gary, are they suffering from their squad being a little bit thin on the ground and they're in Europe now?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it definitely looks like it. I mean, this is where we don't want to be next season, right? We want to be in Europe, and we don't want to be like them.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of preparation to get to where they are, but also not to repeat what they're doing. That's the problem with having a light bench. You get worn down, and you don't look the same. I mean, they were lucky we played. I mean, they were lucky we played a little bit down to their level today, and it kept the game close. It should have never been that way. But yeah, I mean that's where we are too. We're kind of moving up in our quality of play. I like that. Like I said, I think we, as a team right now, we're better than Leicester City, and we can play better, which is good because we're going to need it. We're going to need it Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're gonna need it on Wednesday.
Still 3 games behind the rest. Matt, is there something about Manchester United winning yesterday would have maybe imparted a little bit more pressure on Arsenal if we were working with equal games? But there's something about maybe having those 3 or 4 games in hand that the pressure's not quite tit for tat. You know what I mean? United winning, then we had to feel the pressure of winning today.
I think it's different pressure, isn't it? Because you want to keep that cushion. You want to keep it as a cushion rather than feel them nipping at your heels. You want to have that cushion there, which we've got at the moment. So I think Arteta will certainly still be putting pressure on the team to make sure that we go out and play each game, take it each game one at a time, make sure we get the 3 points on the board. Don't start dropping points against teams like Leicester, because we need to keep that cushion between us and the likes of United, because they know, with Arsenal being Arsenal, the moment that we start to lose a couple of games on the bounce, people very quickly jump on our backs. Even our own fan base are quite quick to do that. So while the good is good, let's keep it going and let's take the pressure off ourselves. And the best thing we can do is go out and win games. So yeah, I'd rather United have won that game. Still, to be honest with you, so I'm glad they won, but I think it is ours to lose.
Yeah.
We look fairly comfortable. We're in good form. We're playing some good football. We're winning when we're not at our best, our absolute best. We look happy. We look comfortable. The team looks, together. The signs are really good. And we don't seem to drop our heads now. If we go a goal down, or even if we lose a game, we don't see the team drop their heads and panic anymore. It doesn't seem like the weight of the world is on their shoulders anymore, like they're fearful of anything. They feel that they can just go out there, bounce back, get straight back on it. It's like last week where we went a goal down, very, very quickly, straight back on the horse, Yeah,
1-1. I went 1-1 and then we got back.
Yeah.
Am I here?
I just want to ask you guys, has this happened before that teams have had games in hand, like specifically us, or any teams that matter? Has it happened before?
Not this number, no.
Not to this extent. This is unique in terms of what's been going on in the league. And, there will be a concerted effort for the league to sort of maybe try to balance out those, everybody get on the same page.
But not even 2 games in hand, like a team's had 2 games in hand, for example, any team.
I think it may have been 2 games in hand, but it's never been to that.
Like
there's 3 teams with 26 games played, and we are one of them. And you've got like the top 3 all have 28 games played, right? So, it's on the league to do things better. I think they needed to have made up these games sooner than try to push them out just push them out, because anything can happen in the future. You might as well get those games played. It's not our fault, but we're going to have to deal with playing extra games in a week.
At one point, there was teams that had 5 games in hand. You used to never have teams with 5 games in hand.
Yeah, I think somebody said if Everton will be 4 games behind Leeds if after next week. So that's true. And that's good and bad for Leeds. They got to win, but if they don't,
Yeah, due to Leeds playing the Wolves on Friday, Everton will have 4 games in hand. But they got to start using them and winning some games as well.
All they're doing is punishing the teams with games in hand, because they're going to have to squish them in, or they want to squish them in for the last day of the season, right? They're not going to extend the season for those games, right? So
and they seem to be suspiciously holding off the North London derby for some reason in the faint hopes of
you know what that requires? It requires this.
That meme.
I'm gonna make that a thing now. For us, I'm gonna make it a thing because it's gonna come up once in a while.
I can see that. Listen, a big thank you to everyone who watched the live stream last Sunday. Great numbers from it. So thank you very much. Southampton should be investigated for match fixing. No way Watford beat them without shenanigans. Luca is saying we won't beat Liverpool. Listen, there's going to be
Luca is a bottle of sunshine.
Mahir and I know Luca. Luca, we go way back. So he's
way back. My guy Luca, man, come on.
But he does like to err on the negative side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. We played them twice in like 2 weeks. Only gave up 2 goals, and that was partly for our fault, right? So, we played them pretty well. I mean, did we play them with 10 on both times, or
we played Liverpool? Yeah,
we played them both times with 10, right?
No, I think the
first game we did. Second game, I think we were all right. Yeah.
Okay, second game we were okay. Oh, I think it was just Tomiyasu wasn't healthy in that game. Is that the one, right?
Yeah, it wasn't quite good to go. BX Gunner feels this team can get a point against Liverpool.
I agree.
I'm not going to say that the free hit, but I'm going to say it is a game that we can demonstrate how far we've come against Liverpool.
Come on.
Yeah.
Arteta.
A lot of people are, until he has to show them, and he's not going to show them one this season. So, just like a lot of us are like, we just want to see him get top 4, and then his contract extension is okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So other people are like, I don't even want him as a manager until I see him.
Judge him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Get behind the team.
What do they need to see?
Exactly. We're top 4 with 9 points out of 11.
Nobody's complaining.
Let me say this: me happy with the team doesn't mean I'm Arteta in.
Come on.
Yeah, same here.
Judge him at the end of the season.
Exactly. I don't have. Yeah, I'm enjoying the wins, so I'm going to take the wins. Right.
See, exactly, Gary. I think you finally come over to my side.
I did not.
It's because you fucking bribed me, right?
No, you got mad. That's it. I'm not.
Money talks.
You got mad. I'm not coming over.
And Stan,
sorry.
I think Stan is there as well. Maybe Alonso. I'm not sure.
What's this now?
Alonso. So are you?
It's with Ray. That's all I got to say.
Do you feel the same way about Arsenal that I do? Like we're going in the right direction.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about, Ray.
We're talking about if we have a right manager or not. Not if we're going the right direction.
All right, let me phrase it that way. Alonso, do we have the right manager going forward with this young team?
Yes and no. Well, yes, because we're still young, and it seems like Arteta is learning. He's learning. He's a young manager learning with a young team. I think it's both. It's kind of good for both of them, right? So we're a young Arsenal team with a young manager, and it seems like if he makes mistakes, so does his team, and where he goes, they go. It seems like so. I think what the stepping stone for me is that he has to beat the teams that are above us, especially teams like City and Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
I think had we beaten Man City like we were on our way to doing, it would have done wonders for us. But I think Arteta now sees it that, like Matt was saying, that when we take a loss against a big team like Man City, we don't hang our heads down low like we used to, or they used to, right? They pick up right where they left off and just go with it. And I think that's important for the young players like Saka and Moses Rowe, even Odegaard, Martinelli, even Gabriel and Ben White, even and Ramsdale too, because they're still very young. So I think whenever you're a young team like we are, like Arsenal are, then tough losses are very key in this development.
Mm-hmm. Listen, this is the thing as well about this channel. When I thought about naming it Arsenal Fan Circle, it includes everybody. It includes everyone who wants to be part of the Arsenal community. We're all going to think differently, and we're all either glass half empty or glass.
Well, some of us are right, and then some of us are Ray. Okay?
Right, and you're still allowed in, Gary, even if you're.
Hey, at the moment, Ray's more right than wrong. To be fair, given where we are in the table and how we're performing, I think Ray's on the right side of the table at the moment.
You know I can't. No, I can't join him. I'm not joining him.
Hey, it's all smiles. It's all smiles right now. But as I said, Tony will have. There will be moments when Tony will come to the fore, when Mahir will have things to say, and Gary too, and Matt and I will have to listen to it a little bit. But
totally.
That is all part of the roller coaster of the season. I'm not just saying that to poke anybody, because I believe being a fan is about ups and downs, emotions in the season. Dave said, you guys got to get top 4 now. It'll be a huge bonus and push you forward in every aspect. But lose on Wednesday. That's not in the plan, Dave. We're going to try and upset your title aspirations.
Well, you know what? Just remind him. I was always going to say, this is a little teaser. That first 45 versus City, that was the teaser. And now we need to show that we can do that again. That's all. We got to do it again against another top 2 team, and we'll see. Hopefully we have a good game.
A little bit of a job at Mr. Jurgen Klopp. He's already starting to complain about fixture congestion in the next 2 weeks.
Man.
He has none. He's got no.
Four games in 2 weeks.
Moan, you little crybaby. Don't moan.
That's Champions League football, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Can't complain about that, right?
Is that how that's supposed to work? Isn't that why?
He's always moaning. Always moaning,
man. Stop moaning.
You're a Liverpool Football Club winning trophies.
If you're going for a quadruple, that's going to mean you got to play some games as well. Tony said, if we miss out on top 4, every player on our country is meeting their fate against my ceiling fan. Oh, jeez.
It doesn't move that fast, so they're going to have time to get out of the way.
It moves fast. This is low speed.
Okay.
He'll catch Jack.
It's on maiming setting, not killing setting.
It's maiming. It's like,
yeah.
Mr. Tom, the rate you were going, you might even get top 3, let alone top 4.
This is on stun setting.
Might even get. Listen, the target is top 3, but if we get top 4 by default, we'll take that. Yes, I agree.
It'll be a tough ask, but
and a horrible lot from South.
4 is good because that's shooting for the stars, hitting the moon. Because we'll end up at 4th, worst case. So I'll take it.
Gary, that's beautiful.
Frank Lampard being head coach is good news for. Chelsea should have dropped 2 points today.
Yeah, should have.
Brownie. We'll get into the
Brownie just loves to come in there, and he's like, Ray, what do I need to do to get on your side? Just poke Gary.
Gary is a great man. I won't hear a bad word said about him. Tony is all right.
No, Brownie will come on the show and talk about Cardiff all podcast long. So no thanks.
I don't even think he wants to do that anymore. I don't think he wants to talk about Cardiff right now.
Brian is an undercover Arsenal supporter. Apologies, mate.
Take your shirt out of the back of the closet and put it on and come join us.
DWT is the same for all teams with games in hand. Let's not make excuses for Arsenal. Let's wait and listen to the Codswallop that will be served up if we fail.
Yeah. No, we have games in hand and we are in 4th, so I'm fine. I'll take that, and anybody would take that all day, right? And we've got winnable games for the next 2 months. So,
does anyone know if that Chelsea game is at Arsenal or is it at Stamford Bridge?
It's at Stamford Bridge for sure. We already played them in the second game of the season at Arsenal. Yeah. So the 2 rescheduled games against Tottenham and Chelsea are away from home. So to Matt's point,
we don't have a great record.
Toilet Bowl and Stamford Bridge. Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's keep winning. Let's keep winning these type of games. The Leicesters, 12th in the league. They're suffering a hangover, I would say, from the FA Cup win last season.
And Europa.
Yeah, and Europa as well. Klopp wants less games, but he's fine with a 10-game Champions League group stage that's coming up.
He's unhappy when it suits him.
Why is Tom Brady posting a picture with a Portuguese sex offender? Is that Ronaldo? Yeah, we saw him at the game yesterday. Newcastle talking about injustice when they paid their way out of relegation like a rich kid. can't be bothered to do the hard work on a video game.
Yeah, cheat codes, right? Can I get the cheat codes, please?
Cheat code. All right, Gary.
Yes, sir.
We started pretty brightly. First half. Martinelli, I thought, was really, really bright and eager to do something in this game.
Yeah, I was listening to the commentary and seeing, I guess, some of you guys' DMs about him, and the one thing that I believe is that when he's got the ball, everybody stops and watches, as opposed to everybody getting into position to slice through the middle so he can put the ball somewhere, because he's going to keep the ball as long as possible. A lot of times he ends up losing it, but he's got no support. So if those guys just bomb down the field and chase after him, when he makes that turn to look, somebody should be coming, and I don't think they are most of the time. Most of the time he's waiting for people, and it's taking too long. And, maybe that's because we got, it's slow people coming up, or they just don't get it. But he's put himself into positions, I think, and he just needs some help, and that's why I think he loses the ball, and we don't. I mean, worst case scenario, I say just take the damn ball to the goal.
That's what he usually does.
Yeah,
I don't think
make them pull you down as you cut, and he doesn't cut inside early, right? He likes to take it all the way to the goal line. You're like, come on, dude, take it in, cut in sooner, and make them have to bring you down, right? We saw that with Emil Smith-Rowe, right? Brought that ball in and right outside the box. He needs to do that as well. But I think he's finally getting to play, and we're gonna have to mold him still, right? But he looks good. I'll take it. Too many touches in the box for me. We need to just one-time it. A lot of times we're like, take that extra touch, the defender just gets closer, and then bang, nothing comes of it. Just, put your foot through it, is what I say. But yeah, no, Martinelli, I think the fact that we have Emil Smith-Rowe sitting behind Martinelli is a plus. What team wouldn't love to have that?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take that all day. And, when Emil Smith-Rowe gets healthy, he'll be back in the starting lineup. Martinelli hopefully will come off and get some time to kind of figure out what to do when he comes on the pitch. Because imagine when he comes on and the team's tired and he does the same thing. We should be able to get, if we need goals, be able to get the goals.
But Gary, we got a game Wednesday. Why are we waiting until the 78th minute to make our first substitution?
I didn't say that we don't have a manager who's got a book that he's going against, and it doesn't change, right? Because we see it. 65 minutes is when guys start standing up to get ready, as opposed to what I feel sometimes the 60th minute, maybe the 55th minute, they should be getting up, getting ready to go. So, yeah, no, but I don't know. Maybe he's not even looking to the Liverpool game as something he's expecting to win, which I don't agree with that mentality. But, yeah, we should have had some guys come off soon. As soon as Saka went down, he should have been already in the plans.
Saka should have been off already. Saka should have been off at 60th minute, you ask me.
Yeah.
I just want to stress here is he told us he's cleaning his boots, so that hand movement.
He's cleaning his boots.
He's cleaning his boots.
Euphemism? I think that's a euphemism.
Ready for the next game. Lacazette did score today, and 4 more goals will be hitting the over/under for us for the rest.
If he has to get 4 more penalties, how?
Penalties look the most likely.
No. I'm not giving you guys 4 penalties. I'm giving you guys 4 goals.
All right, okay. You heard it here on Arsenal Fan Circle. He is done taking penalties. Or maybe he's going to take penalties too.
I'm going to maybe take another one, maybe. But
I want to see that game where he does the R7 4 goals.
Oh, imagine that.
He is
against Liverpool. That would be nice, Matt. Maybe Wednesday night.
I would love to see it, but the chance of Lacazette scoring 4 against Liverpool is,
that's like one of
next to 0.
That's like one of Mr. Tom's long shots,
it's like getting hit by lightning. There's more probability of getting hit by lightning.
Long shots than
I think even if Liverpool went down to 9 men, he's not scoring 4.
Mr. Tom, what's the odds of Lacazette scoring 4 goals and Granit Xhaka being one of the assists?
That's going to be about 4
They don't even take the bet. They're like, we're not taking the bet because, nah.
The assist odds should be up there since he's playing so fucking high up on the pitch.
He's our number 10. You're calling her a number.
He was playing number 10 spot for a while.
Well, you do know Partey's anchoring the midfield, and you've got Xhaka and Erdegaard further forward. Okay.
Yeah, but he's really not anchoring. How many times did you see Party up there in the attack? Come on. Somebody's got to stay back there, protect the back.
We talked like Arsenal lost the game. No, Arnie, we're here. We're enjoying the game. You should roll back. We're having fun with this. We're having fun with this for sure. Matt, the first goal, Partey header from Martin.
He used his head and didn't kick it.
I mean, I don't expect Tom. Although actually, physically, he's quite a tall guy, Thomas Partey. I'm not exactly sure how tall he is, but he looks a fairly tall guy. So I'm surprised we don't use him like that a little bit more often. And he's obviously, got the athleticism to jump and leap and score headers. So it's something that I think we should probably use him for more often. But yeah, it's a cracking header. Rose really well, got clear of his markers. Really got a solid
Matt,
kind of
did you
head
see
on
what
it.
happened? Who was it that went the other way? Somebody drew him out, so he somehow went the other way, and that left Partey all free. I mean, can I give it to you guys quickly? Partey, oh yeah, Partey. Partey. Oh.
Well, he is from the same continent. You know what I mean? So you got to big up. You got to big up him.
Africa.
Nice, fantastic. And then he nearly hit the post. Well, then he hit the crossbar, didn't he? So I was thinking, I saw that and I was like, is this going to be the moment Partey scores a screamer? I was like, no, didn't happen. Really good goal. Really good.
No, Artie, definitely we're enjoying this.
I'm not sure that one wasn't deflected away from a post. It looked like it was almost deflected.
I'm not sure. I didn't see a deflection. It
looked like a chip. It looked like a chip. I was like, did he really almost chip the keeper? Oh my word.
He's knocking on the door. He's getting there. He's going to get one. He's going to get one.
Shout out to Alex for joining us in the chats there.
Alex!
Yeah, usual call out.
Looks like the women just scored. I think.
All right.
Our sister channel.
Is it Blackstonian? Say the name.
She is settling really well.
Yeah, Blackstonian. I think it is. Yeah.
Hit the ground running. Scored a wonderful goal a few weeks back from that Medema all the way.
You see Viv hold the ball up and put the ball out to Wubin. Is that how you say her name? Wubin? Wubin? I don't know how you say it.
Exactly, Riddy. Totally agree. It's always nice to see Spurs fans moaning.
It's nice to see Gary turn into a Swedish chef, too.
Well, Gary,
call him by their first name sometimes, Gary.
I don't even know what their first name is, so that's why I went by their last name. That's all I knew.
Bad job, Gary.
Yes, very bad. Hello, everybody.
Tony, Partey ran his defender to the near post, and his defender kept running under the ball.
Yeah, it's probably the clearest shot he's ever had. Easy header.
Gary, what was
an
the defender doing? He just kept running.
What's that?
What was the defender doing in front of Partey? He just kept running.
It's like somebody had their video game controller and quickly switched the player and just kept on running with him.
Yeah, that's how I play. I'm supposed to be over there, and I keep running this way. Yeah.
We'll take it, right? To
be fair, we don't really have many players that can head a ball and score from a header, to be honest. Gabriel's probably one. Partey obviously can, but there's not many in our team really that you can say.
Seems like White would be able to.
Well, you'd think he would be able to, but I wouldn't be as confident. I think Gabriel's probably the most confident I'd be. Yeah.
We know one person who can't score him because you have to be able to jump to do headers.
Oh, the Walrus Kukukachi. Yeah.
The Walrus isn't scoring any headers.
Alonso. Yeah. This is the kind of thing we need this season. We need goals spread around, and when you don't have Saka, not for one to try in, because he did try a lot of shots that were blocked by Leicester defenders. But, Partey and Lacazette, the older generation, stepping forward for 3 points today.
Yeah, and I know Granit Xhaka gets a lot of stick. I thought that he had a quite good game today. I thought that we made that tackle, and he was running to dribble the ball down the field. Yeah, he missed, but it kind of shows he has good effort. And once you have, over this winning streak, I see another improvement over Xhaka. And I think he knows when to just not be in attack. He knows when not to mess things up, so he just slips away a little bit. And I think Party is also in attack as well, getting for the attacking part of the goal. Anyway, so it is a good passing, good movement of the ball, and everyone's happy. Everyone's willing to sacrifice what they have to do in order to make the team go. So I think moving forward, I think whether you call it a partnership or not, I think they're both still doing pretty decent for what they have. And I think Party is doing a pretty good job with it as well. So I think the pivot is doing okay. We're not messing up. We're not making that much mistakes here lately, and I think you're seeing the strengths of Party now take place.
Yeah,
We're not
definitely.
playing a pivot anymore.
Single pivot. We may, and listen, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
whatever.
Liverpool as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Think about we need to go back to a double pivot maybe for that Wednesday game.
Maybe.
Well, maybe
100%.
you can tell us, Tony. Tony the Oracle. He knows all.
There's definitely in there unless we're
Yeah.
playing Zombie instead of Zaka.
I'll skip over Mahir. Are you ready, Mahir? Or I'll go to Gary for a second. Gary, this is what we need. Spread the goal scoring around different players. We've seen in recent games Ben White getting forward, even having some shots. Gabriel getting up there. We've recognized we don't have a whole lot in Lacazette going forward in terms of goals, and we need to spread the goals if we're going to get out to the top four. We need to do some of that spreading.
Yeah, I mean, I think coming into the game, Leicester City was one of the worst teams on set pieces in corners, and we made them pay, which is what we're supposed to do. Even though they had, and for some reason they had at one point, I think they had 5 corners to our 1. So, and we scored on ours. So, yeah. Now I think today the game, like you said, we didn't get the scoring that we usually get, the scores that we usually get, but the calls went our way, right? I mean, we probably had 2 calls for handball, right? I think 2 VAR decisions that we were hoping to get in this game. Got one of them. I don't know why it took so long. I mean,
Blatant handball.
I don't know why it took so long for them to kind of see that. It was pretty clear. I mean, everybody saw that. I mean, you're like, he can't have missed that bad, right? The ball trickles.
They tried everything to put some reasonable doubt in there. I have to say no.
I don't know. I mean, it's going on goal. Next thing you know, it just turns and goes the other way. You're like, wait a second, something's not right here. So yeah. So I mean, we got the calls today, right, that we needed to get the win. So we'll take it. But yeah, no, I think that's the good thing is that, and like you said, at any time anybody can score. We get corners in. It's either Gabriel or Partey. We're going to attack the box, and we continually attack the box. At some point, they're going to have to put a hand up or bring us down, right? Because that's what we've been doing. We just need to take those shots sooner. I mean, if you look at that, I think that handball. I mean, we just took attack that ball. We don't usually attack the ball sometimes in the air, right? So I forgot whose header was that. I don't remember whose header.
Partey.
Yeah, it was
Partey header.
Partey. Yeah, the one that got handball on too. He got both.
For the
No, that was Saka, wasn't it?
I think it's either Saka or Laka. I think it's Laka. Is that wasn't it?
The one for the penalty was Partey.
Was it Partey?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Number 5.
Sure.
All right.
He's definitely, as Glenn said, going for the hat trick today. He was.
Yeah. So Viv just put in a nice ball between nutmeg someone for an assist inside the box. I mean, that's, I guess, moving her back is a good thing, right? Who says, I'm going to take one of our best scorers that we got in the league, and you know what? You're going to have to distribute, and we're going to not lose anything for it. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mr. Tom said, I hear Tony invented a double pivot tactic. Well, he does that. That double pivot is when
Nobody
he
wants
denies,
to see his double pivot tactic. I think it's.
there is another
it's-
double pivot when he denies everything he said months ago or weeks ago. It does happen. It does happen. He tries to redact. Assembled. Tony
trying
tries
to
to
redact.
redact things in real life.
You try to redact my 11 points for my upset challenge. You redacted that
Tony
conveniently.
hates the double pivot. It was part that he said, really.
All right, guys, go ahead and go. See you guys. Take it easy, guys. See you.
Alonso.
Cheers,
Bye,
Alonso.
Alonso.
Take care.
Japan.
Let's go, Gunners.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
See you
Top
guys.
row on the pound tonight. We've got Flavage, Winterburn, and Riley.
I'll take
Alonso,
Winter
to my
back.
eye
On the
doctor.
bottom, we have Lacazette and Thomas Tuchel.
Alonso is going to my eye doctor now to get his eyes
Thomas
checked.
Tickle.
Doc his game there.
Tommy Tickle on the bottom right with a beard.
Where's Santi?
You guys-
Where did
you-
Santi
Where
Cazorla
did
go off
Deuce
to
on it? How
now?
did-
Where's
Ray,
Santi?
that's pretty good. Somebody thinks you're deuce on. That's pretty good.
I'll
Yo, Dusan.
Somebody else needs their eyes checked.
Don't go, Tony.
Stone
Don't
Cold
get
Tony
Lopez on the double pivot.
VR gave us a penalty. This must be the world's end.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, and that's,
Oh,
you know what? So here we go. So we might get punished on Wednesday, right?
It's so blatant, though. Like,
Tommy Tickle all the way from the bridge.
guys, can I ask you guys know, no? The penalty rule, it was so blatant. The penalty rule is that if your hand is in an unnatural position and it hits your hand, we saw that immediately. We were like, why
Then
did they
3
keep
fucking minutes
doing it?
later, we give a
It's a
decision.
goal scoring.
Yeah,
It's a
then
goal
he
scoring
blows his
opportunity.
whistle.
What's the
Goes
difference?
to VAR, checks.
Then he tells him to go look at a monitor.
Fuck are you
Should
talking
have went
about?
straight to the
He hit his
monitor.
hand. Yeah, exactly. For a decision like that, you go, "Brr." Right, go to the thing. Okay, make a decision. Okay, right, it's a penalty. Doesn't you
Yeah,
waste?
it's been multiple times, right, where the official
God,
has never
so
gone to see what's going on, and
What the hell?
the VAR guys decided what's happening, and you're like, wait a second, is that right? That was an easy one. That was an easy one. It should have been.
The refs don't seem
Right,
to
sorry,
understand how VAR works, so how are we going to know?
Sambo says so.
So mystery.
So Ray, how are you feeling? Question mark. Against all logical reasoning, Arteta seems to have it correct. You've backed him all the way. I was hanging on last season in springtime. We were losing to Everton. We went out of that Europa League semi-final. I was not happy about that. Arteta was learning and is learning on the job, but now he's two and a half seasons in. He's got to start be putting some things together, and maybe we're starting to see that now. The assembled, well, other cast members or pound members resist the urge to shake their head visibly, but they're thinking about it. Yeah, Arteta is learning, and I think he started to put things together. 3-0.
No. Sorry, that was something else.
He better learn to.
I got carried away. Sorry.
He better learn a single pivot doesn't work before Wednesday.
Single pivot does not work against the better teams.
Oh hell!
Doesn't
At home,
doesn't work against anybody with Zaka fucking all the way up the pitch.
Tony, I really
Tony,
don't
Xhaka
understand.
is still a clown.
Are you pro Xhaka or not? I'm still trying to figure this thing out.
He had a
Gary,
very,
don't try
very
and poke-
poor
what
game
is
today.
Gary, why are you trying to poke your Brucey, man?
I know.
Brucey's brother,
He had a
but-
very poor
I
game
have to make
today.
sure. I have to bring him back down. I have to bring him back
Xhaka
down.
is so trash.
So these
He runs as slow as he can, pulls the guys back.
So the
Should have been a
assembled,
yellow card there.
I'll give
he
you guys
has
something written.
had made mistakes last season. So far this season, there's been a couple of minor mistakes that hopefully he's going to learn from. Don't get involved with Jurgen Klopp on the sideline on Wednesday night. Arteta. Let your team
that's
talking.
Finish the job this time.
And finish the job.
He might have to do what he did today. Arteta was the 12th man out on the pitch. He wandered out on the pitch, ready to play. Did you see that, Ray?
I saw it.
You say, Tony, there's a little thing called a podcast I have to stage every week.
No, yeah, that's you typing up the damn description that nobody fucking reads, right?
That was this morning, but there is things you got to do. I can't always be watching the game. Tommy Tickle, bottom right. I'm dead, says Rudy. Tommy Tickle sounds like the local pervert, doesn't it? And Stan the man has christened him Tommy Tickle. Not necessarily Tommy.
Not me, Tommy Tickle. Thomas Tickle, Tommy Tickle.
You do have a resemblance.
There's two types of Tommy Tickle. There's the one who manages Chelsea, and then there's the one from Oklahoma.
No.
The Sooner Tommy Tickle.
That sounds even worse, right?
Yeah, even I was like, whoa.
Hey, if the cap fits, wear it. Tommy Tickle for the future, 2027, when Chelsea can't play him because of 156 blocked credit cards. That sounds like something I do if I wanted to irritate someone.
All right, I think I got it now. 3 goals. Blackston
Harris, you're late.
with a header. 3 goals.
Yeah. December, that's it. 8.5 a year. You know, good work if you can get it, for sure. But
can he? That's the question.
He's earning it at the moment. He's earning it at the moment.
At the moment, Tony.
8.5. Who gets that?
Your name is it, Tony?
On the new contract.
Gary earlier said that they had 6 corners. That's 121 corners we haven't conceded on in a row.
Oh, nice.
That continues.
All season we have not conceded from a corner.
Yep, and we're not going to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, because you know the end.
Yeah, do not talk about it anymore.
That means Liverpool's will get 3, doesn't it?
You know, next week. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cursed.
All right, Gary. 16 wins so far. You were saying another 5 will do it.
Well, based on Ray's math, everybody knows Ray math, right? Starts with 66 points.
Yep.
Yeah, you get 66 points. You are in a good position to finish in the top 4. In most seasons, I think in the last seasons you've had to score a little bit. You had to score an extra point or 2 more than that. But 66 is a good barometer for us, and 72, like Tony said, would be easy money for us if we do that. But we've got 5 out of 12? How many left? 13?
We've got 12 games left.
12 games left. Yep, 5. So if we can win half of our next games, we'll be looking really good.
5 of our next 6 is
6 out of our next 8.
8 or below.
Yeah, so we get 6 out of our next 8.
We'll be really good. I didn't look at it that way, guys. I was looking at it only the biggest games, but
those games are late in the season, so yeah.
Wow.
We could be playing Chelsea to take their spot in 3rd, so
they should have.
That'd be nice, wouldn't
today.
That'd
Tony
be nice.
should have gained 5.5 points.
Nah, so yeah, we're in, like I said, we're in the driver's seat. It's all ours. Just got to do, as they say, don't embarrass us, as Darren says, right?
Yes.
Don't do stupid shit.
Yeah. So that penalty, 54 minutes. The penalty. VAR took a while and a day to check on it.
They couldn't find an angle that didn't show it. They
Yeah,
just had to
that
go,
is right,
damn it,
that's it,
we're just
yeah.
going to have to give it.
Yeah.
They could see the ball when I put it in the back of the net. Yes.
Tony, you got Ben White in the box. He takes the shot. It's saved by Schmeichel. Ball rebounds to Partey. Heads it, and Soyuncu's got his hand there. Gets a little bit of fingertips on it. Probably if he doesn't even touch it, the defender's able to clear it away. But he did touch it, right?
Yep. That's what he gets for having it in an unnatural position. To me, he had no intent on it. It's an accidental deal, but whatever the law is, a natural position, touched hand. I don't see what takes 3 minutes to decide the damn thing.
What game was it? Was it a game yesterday? I don't remember which game it was, where there were 2 handballs, one called and one not. Both looked eerily
51,
similar.
Steve. 51.
Yeah.
51.
I can't remember if that was
26
the
games in
was that the
football.
United game. I think it was the United game, right? Or the Liverpool match. I can't remember where they had 2 handballs.
No, there was one with City. Gary,
One-
the one with City. It hit Diaz fast on his hand and they didn't give it. That was City versus Leicester. And they didn't at all give it. It was like an obvious one like this one. Like, why do you need to check and why are you taking so long to check? Then only taking it to VAR. Delaying the game by like 4 minutes, bruh.
Yeah.
I wonder whether part of it was whether it was red or yellow, because I'm not sure whether they could maybe see the player behind.
It's a bit harsh for a red. If that's
I
not
thought
a red.
I think they were
even the
saying, I
yellow
think
was
had they-
harsh because he had no intention of doing it.
No intention of doing it. It's just that
Well, they were saying
I
obviously
mean-
if there wasn't a player behind, it would have been a red apparently.
That doesn't make any sense.
I always hate when
What does that mean? What does that? What does it mean?
punishment
If he just
I think
last man,
if
right?
there was because the last man if there wasn't one of our players behind.
Does
him,
anyone like the double
it
punishment for
wouldn't have
that?
been a clear goal scoring opportunity if there was someone behind him. Whereas if
You're
it was
already
clear,
giving
it was
up-
just him between him and the goal. It
You're
would have been
already
a clear
giving
goal
up a
scoring
penalty. You
opportunity.
shouldn't be losing a man. I hate that rule.
Double
I agree. I think it's
jumping.
harsh, but apparently those be the rules. Apparently.
apparently.
Now,
But yeah, it's
who wants to talk about the shenanigans on the penalty taking, which Michael doing his best.
Let's talk to the man. What were you thinking when you stubbed your toe there? I'm sorry, when you made the goalkeeper adjust to your movements.
By the rule, was that a incorrect taken penalty?
Lacazette, tell us.
Don't really
Nope.
care.
Nope.
By the rules. I'm asking, by the rules, is it an incorrect penalty?
Nope.
Nobody's
You know
answered?
why?
I think he just steps.
You know why?
It's a deliberate step, like you see players step when they come into the ball.
Yeah, like a hop
It
and
looked-
skip.
His was just
Of
really
course.
hard. It looked like he really stopped. No, it's just a step towards the ball, and the goalkeeper bit, and was too late.
It
on the
sure
shot.
looked like he stopped to me.
No, but like, how many hop skip penalties have we seen? How many? We've seen so many hop skip fakes.
I'm sure you see it all the time, don't you? It's like
All
the
the
in
time,
thing to do.
exactly.
No one steps up and takes a penalty anymore. They just have to dance around and do the Irish jig before they take it.
What?
Stephen,
Rams
also,
now are a penalty taker.
I'll put up how many
Well,
points we are on now
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Stephen. 5 points clear. Top Chavs have 2 games in hand. Yeah, and with
thanks.
Chelsea, we're back to where we were with Chelsea. 2 games back, and I think 5 points different. 8. No, we're 2 games back, and we're 8 points behind. So we have to win
With
it.
2 games in hand.
We have to win the games in hand.
Let's go and beat the shite and the other shite, the manure. You're
Steven
loving our
said,
people
so
like never before.
another 5 wins. Another 5 wins out of 12 left. We should win more than that. I think we'll have a good points tally at the end of the season. And that's the thing. We can't let up. I mean, we're all talking about, let's get to that marker of 66. We'd like to actually shoot past that as well. Mahir, you're loving our content like never before, Mahir.
No, bro. I'm enjoying Tony and myself and Gary are we're not gonna say the Arteta in and Arteta out thing right now. You guys do know I'm not a flip-flop. Yes, I would still be Arteta out, but if you can prove me wrong, my God, you guys know I will hold my hand up and say on everything that I love, I was wrong. I was totally, totally wrong. And that's still to be seen. I mean, you know us. Sometimes previous 3 seasons, previous 2 seasons, you know why we've been 8th? Because we bottled it. We thought, okay, no. It's only Burnley, Crystal Palace, Norwich. Norwich beat us. Crystal Palace beat us. Burnley beat us. I'm just giving example names.
Yeah.
And then it's totally bottled because by then the teams have jumped 6-9 points ahead of us, like 4th place, which is like Sutton Shite or Manure United. And then we bottled it all on our own doing. So
It's all to be proven next year if he can keep us in the top 4 when we're in the Champions League. If he doesn't do that, then
there
he
we
gets
go.
to fail.
There we go. There
And then
we
the
go.
goalposts will move again.
Yeah.
And then the
You know,
goalposts will move
yourself,
again.
No, but you know, it's the same expectation right now. We're expecting to get fourth, right?
Why are you shaking your
You're
hand at
all
me, right?
expecting to get fourth,
Is it
right?
not a failure if we don't get top 4 next
Tony,
year?
you can't live in the past and you can't live in the future. You can only live in the now.
What we can
We're
do
only
is
talking about.
No, that's not true.
If
never-
I want to,
That's not true at all, Ray. Stop it.
or what we can do, guys, is
Tony's
what
joining
we
you
can
tomorrow.
do
That's
is-
why you're being nice to him.
that's why we always
He's
see this
joining me
damn
anyways,
chart.
regardless.
or what we can do is we can
Ray's
play
weird pie graph of points we need. Bullshit. That's not the
Ray
future.
No.
charts. We need some
But I
Ray
need to
charts.
ask Ray
Can we
something.
get Ray charts? 'Cause
Ray.
we have Ray math. Now we need the Ray charts.
I'm listening
Ray.
right here.
With your math, I want to ask you. I know you guys
Your
say
math.
please speak. No. Like realistically,
It's starting off well.
clearly and concisely. No jokes, Gary.
I'm listening.
Do you know what the average score is in order to get fourth? Is that what you worked out as 66 points?
Yeah.
Is that the average
Yeah.
for the past?
I'm not going to say most
five
seasons, but 1 or 2 seasons in the last 5 or 6 years, it has been 66 or 67 has been the mark. You know, to get
Okay.
there is where we need to be.
It's
You know,
usually
I-
historically, I think it's low 70s. But
I will also
I think
say,
last
May,
season was
here.
72.
I will also
72-ish.
say, yeah, but historically, that doesn't account for a City or a Liverpool who are probably going to be hitting 90 points to win the league.
Oh, okay.
You know?
or when they're
Okay.
both at 100, damn near
Because
at
of
100.
these top 2 teams beating up and winning games against everyone else, it sort of extends things, and there's a little bit of a butterfly effect because of that, a ripple effect.
Yeah,
Fourth
butterfly
place-
effect. Yeah.
Fourth place used to be fourth place was 70 points when teams were in the 80s winning the league, but now Liverpool and City, they're probably going to hit 90 points, and one of them's going to hit 90 points and not win the league. You know.
Yeah, but 2 years ago, they both almost at 100.
Yeah.
They're just insane.
The other thing I want to say is top 4 is generally decided on the last day of the season. So I am quite happy that it will be decided in London. United have to go to Crystal Palace on the last day of the season.
It's not going to be decided on the last day, right? If it is,
Ooh.
we fucked up.
Every year it's decided on the
Top
last
4,
day.
but we might be third. So what are you talking about?
Yo, who remembers when we bottled fourth place on the last day? Oh my god, I remember that quite clearly, guys.
Finish my point anyway. Patrick Vieira hopefully will help us at Crystal Palace against United, and we'll have Everton. Probably should be one of the easiest 3 points we're going to get in the season against Everton.
We should be 3 points clear before that, Ray. So if we're not.
I hope you're right. You're right.
Did you guys see?
I don't want
Did you guys see Colo?
Brace
Did you guys see?
towards me for talking about the future, and there he is talking about the last match week.
Well, at least
Did you
I'm
guys
only-
see?
Tony, you're not allowed to speak. You keep forgetting that.
Wait, I want to ask you guys. Did you guys see Colo Torre giving Brendan Rodgers the wrong advice on the bench?
No.
That's what we'd like. That's what we'd like to think, anyway.
Only thing I can think of is Alonso finding a way for him to go score since he's obsessed with our former defenders.
Matt, Michael himself was way off this line. He did jump off his line a little bit.
Yeah.
So all's fair in love and war as far as I'm concerned, you know.
He jumped off his own line.
I think it was improper. I still think it was improperly taken penalty, even though it counted. I think it was.
Man's never happy.
What was improper about it?
Well, he stopped. He stopped.
He just pronounced it was a pronounced stomp.
Pronounced.
You should be
Gary
a
in the
lawyer,
house.
Gary.
Huh?
When Gary does words like that, we know Gary's coming up with excuses out of Ray's playbook.
It was fine. There was a bit of they were just as bad as each other. Like Schmeichel was off his line a bit. You know, Lacazette, yeah, you could argue that, you know, the penalty was
So instead of been retaken since both of them married?
You know, is what it is.
It is what it is.
Like I said, we got all the
All I
calls.
care about is it went in the back of the net.
I'm the only one being honest, saying what I saw.
I hate that, guys.
I said I saw it. I told you what I saw.
Mahir, was it an improper taken penalty?
I don't think so, because do you know what? Unfortunately, I've seen, like, I even asked Matt now, like, we've seen it happen so many times. The jump skip, and worse ones than that, where it's just like, that's a goal, that's a goal. Or what's Thomas do just smoking at the bottom right?
You don't want to know.
Absolutely nothing.
Rudy Tootie or whatever the golden goddess or silver fox. Oh, I don't know what those things.
Considering how we played before, I feel we were really improving, says Darren. If we don't get fourth place, the assemble said, do you think it would benefit Arsenal? If Arsenal don't get fourth, do you think it would benefit Arsenal to be in Europe? Yes. Irrespective, we've got to be in Europe.
Guys, you know what I was thinking on that fact is, say for example, we're going to be playing round of 32 in Champions, right? So if we get knocked out if we get knocked out, then we're going to go to Europa.
Yeah.
And then possibly still have European football. And hopefully this time maybe win Europa. I'm not saying we should get knocked out of the Champions League, but the inevitable happens. And we go to Europa. I think we should also push on and try and finally win that Europa that's eluded us 3 seasons.
Yeah, I think we've only won 2 European trophies in all of our time. We're going to aim for third, and if we get fourth, that's going to be great. I think we should push all the way. They're winning 1-0.
Europe, though, that you were saying, mate. It's just about the squad. We've just got to make sure in the summer that we actually bolster enough.
I can give you guys the names
academy
already.
Players.
There's already names I want. That's gonna greatly improve us. The 2 strikers, I don't know. Don't ask me any questions about the strikers. The midfielders, however, these 2 midfielders, I'm telling you, especially with the one who's being touted by Liverpool, is Yuri Tillemans. I want Yuri Tillemans, and I want Ruben Neves. Neves is also still young. And can you picture that? Apartheid, Ruben Neves, Tillemans midfield.
Neves would be very good.
Ooh, even Tillemans, Matt. How ill is Tillemans is a baller, actually.
He's a very good player. I think out of the 2, I think I'd prefer Neves.
I
prefer both of them because we need.
I mean, it'd be great to have both, wouldn't it? If I had to choose,
we need at least 10 players because Arteta doesn't play the academy players.
And then who else can sell? You can sell Xhaka, Rob Holding, Elneny, and maybe get like 30, 40 million. That's already maybe Ruben Neves. And then Tillemans will be also about maybe a 45, 50. Then you just shell that out of the war chest. Go on and go get money from the war chest.
That war chest is so warm.
The mythical war chest.
I know, it's a myth.
It gets wheeled out every season.
It may have actually helped us get through COVID as well. Shout out to my brother-in-law all the way from Ireland. Thanks for the show, everyone here. We should get the 4 spot. It's in our hands. That's the big thing. It's in our hands, Gary.
Yes, it's all under our control. I might have to step away. I just heard the doorbell ring. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. The boss is in town.
It's the IRS.
51 points. 51 points now after 26 games. We're clicking very, very close to 2 points a game, which is top 4 territory, as we know. And there's the state of affairs around us. Chelsea in 3rd place. We have 2 games in hand on them, but 8 points behind.
They should have dropped 2 today. They should have dropped 2 points today.
Dropped 2.
I should have picked up 5.5 points.
I was personally watching the West Ham Villa game, and West Ham really emotional for Yarmolenko to score a goal there.
Oh yeah,
Ukrainian player. Really
Yarmolenko
for them to get that win. And Aston Villa's progress has been halted. Hopefully, we can do a little bit more damage next weekend to Aston Villa as well. Tony, did you watch the Chelsea game, or which one did you watch specifically?
That's kind of flipping back and forth.
Matt,
You know what, though? The key thing about Chelsea is that this is where winning those games is going to be really important, because obviously, you know, if we're, say, 2 points behind them and we actually manage to make... We're the ones in control. You know, if we're the ones that force them to drop vital points. You know, if we go and get a win, suddenly, actually, that third place might not look so far off.
Yeah, it's like forcing the hand. We have to force the hand.
We need to win those games.
They would have been nervous if they dropped the game today.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tom, 100%.
Really good to see Tottenham down in 8th place. I would almost rule them out of the top 4 race now. Do you think that's fair?
Hopefully it rolls them out of stopping us from having St. Patrick's Day for the first time since Leicester won the title. That's been forever since we finished above them. That's all I care about.
I think it's a straight fight between ourselves and Man United now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a straight fight. We got 3 games in hand, right? How's it? We're not going to screw up that now, are we?
Do you think West Ham? Do you think West Ham are going to get top 4, Tony? They're the 6th place team.
They got more of a chance than Man United does, I think.
Interesting. Okay, it's a 3-horse race, Matt.
I think so. I
think it's a 1-horse race.
To be honest, like this whole 4th place, I don't think West Ham. I don't think West Ham are really all that in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think United are probably the ones, if anybody.
Yeah.
It's a 1-horse race, man.
West Ham earlier in the season, it was just a matter of time before they started to slip away. Sadly, actually, I don't mind West Ham so much, and actually, they did pretty well. But I think we're now starting to see them starting to slip away out of that top 4 race, and I think it will be between us and United, and it's just down to us now to make sure we win our games. Because we do that, we'll be well clear.
As Ray would say, it's only a 1v race.
I mean, United have still got Liverpool
and Chelsea,
yeah. So they've got difficult games. You know, they've got us, which won't be an easy game for them.
Yeah.
Brighton,
so they go away to Brighton, away to Palace on the last day of the season, and they play Leicester at home. They go away to Everton.
Where's their last game of the season at, Ray?
Selhurst Park, Tony.
Okay.
We'll always have Selhurst Park, Tony. Mr. Tom would like to praise me.
Selhurst Park screw job.
Correctly typing the table. I did the table correctly this week. Mr. Tom, I was remembering that I didn't do it right last time. So, any other comments?
Arsenal was in the top 6 2 times last week.
Yeah.
How'd you do that, Ray?
I'll do everything I can to get Arsenal into Europe, Tony.
Did you have too much ice cream, or were you cooking the books? What was your thoughts there?
I'll do my part over here as much as I can. Any other thoughts, Matt, on the game before we get into the Don Juan man in the match?
I just think I'm happy just to get the 3 points on the board. I was always fairly confident at home against Leicester because I think we generally have a pretty decent record against them, especially more recently. So, no, just pleased to see us get the win. Like I say, we weren't amazing, but we weren't terrible either. Got away with a couple of scares, but no, I thought we were decent, and onwards we move. And it's just nice to see us now sat well and truly in 4th place and the destiny in our own hands. So it's on to a big game next, and this next game is going to be every time. It's like this season, every time we play kind of one of the top 3 or top 4 teams, it becomes even more of a test as to where we are. So it'd be very interesting to see how we play against Liverpool, and what kind of performance we put in, and how we're growing and developing. Bear in mind we played them a few times this season. Have we learned anything? Now can we actually go and put 3 points on the board against them?
Matt, would you say, Matt, this was the kind of game we would have wished for. Relatively trouble-free, relatively stress-free game to start these 3 games off with this week.
Well, the Leicester game.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, I think so. I think, I suppose, like I say, no game's an easy game in the Premier League, but I think out of the teams we play, when I look at the table and I look at the fixture list, Leicester is always one that I feel pretty confident about getting a result, and I always feel quite at ease with that fixture, particularly at home. So I think so. Yeah, it's a good way to kind of bring some confidence, keep morale high going into a more difficult game and then into kind of the last run. I think it's a nice one to start on for this week because, we're going to have a tough test against Liverpool for sure.
Yeah, Gary, we talked about this on Thursday night. I mean, 3 games in 6 days, and we wanted to, first of all, we talked ourselves around to putting a strong side out, which Arteta did. Going and winning the 3 points straight away, but also having a trouble-free afternoon and being as fresh as we can for Wednesday.
Yep, but not as fresh as we can be for Wednesday, right? Because we didn't make substitutions when we should have made substitutions.
All 3 substitutions were made.
We should have made substitutions at 60 minutes.
You can't give
right?
somebody like 5-10 minutes and say that you rested somebody for the next match, can you?
First substitution was with 12 minutes left, right? So
no, you can't say that.
But then, Tony, is he looking to play him or Smith Rowe and start him next game?
I don't know, but either way, Pepe could have came on. Smith Rowe could have came on early. You could have made a multitude of different substitutions.
You just wonder whether he only gave Emil Smith Rowe a bit of a run out towards the end rather than bringing him on half an hour.
Well, Pepe deserves more time, right? Pepe deserves 20, 25 minutes.
No, I agree with Pepe. Smith Rowe, I think he's probably not going to want to give him too much time today because he's probably planning on using him against Liverpool. But yeah, Pepe, it's really weird with him, isn't it? Because he actually, the last couple of games he's played, he's done really well. And also he's had a good AFCON tournament and he's just still not really getting any minutes. It must be incredibly frustrating.
Do you guys know, sorry to interrupt and be rude like I always am, but do you guys know that apparently all Gooners are saying Pepe is actually finished. He's not the player that we wanted to have bought. Not wanted to have bought as per se, but like he's not.
It's because Arteta hasn't played him. It's Arteta's fault.
I'm not saying that personally.
I'm not potential. It's just he's not getting the minutes. I can guarantee if he went to another team in the top 6 and he was playing regular week in, week out football, I think actually after half a season he'd probably really shine.
Oh, wow.
But he's just not getting the minutes. I mean, you can't expect a player to come on and play absolute incredible football consistently when he gets 10 minutes on every 20 games. It's not really fair to expect that of somebody. And I think it's almost like he's almost putting him in a position to get unfair stick from fans when he does come on and doesn't really quite have the impact, because that's not actually his fault. He's just not getting the minutes and he's not getting consistent enough run of minutes to really have a go at things. But actually, when he has come on, he's actually done pretty well. The last couple of games he's come on, he's looked bright. He gets forward. He's assisted, I think, and he's done well. And you would have thought that would say, right, okay, he's going to see a few more games now. And particularly as an impact sub, I think he could really make a difference. So, but
I was screaming, put Pepe on. 60th minute, I was screaming.
Yeah.
What? Put Pepe on, give him a chance, man.
The best way to analyze how we've done this week will probably be next Sunday, when we know what we've done today, what we've done Wednesday, and what we've done Saturday.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is what stirs, or at least gets people upset with Arteta. Is he did say that Pepe has been doing exactly what he needs to do.
He's lying half the times as much.
I'm not finished. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Let him mute him.
This is what upsets some fans because he did say Pepe's been doing what he needs to get into games. He gets into games. He helps us come back and beat Wolves. Right? He's part of the. We scored 2 goals. He's touching the ball both times on both goals. What more do you need to see from him? You know what you're going to get when you bring him on. So in a game like today, where the other team they're trying to get a goal, and that means you know what, and we have a lead. You put him in, and then you try to get that second goal to finish it off, right? He can do that for you at any time. And so that's why, it's still frustrating to see that and then go, you know what? Then, they're going to let him go. And like you said, he's going to shine because I don't think he's lost anything right now. Especially if you put him in an offensive position and say you just attack, right? You're going to get the best out of him, right? And that's the disappointing thing is we're wasting when we need to. Like in a game like today, you could have brought him in. Against Liverpool, that's not really where you want. Like I would expect him to start against Villa, right? If depending on how we start, we line up for the Liverpool.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. Give Saka Wednesday night and play Pepe on Saturday, knowing you can bring Saka on in the second half.
Yeah.
And if Emil Smith-Rowe has to play 2 90-minute matches, then so be it. You know what I mean? Well, at some point, they're going to have to be able to do that. And he's been out. I think he's been ready to go. So let him play.
And maybe those 12 minutes were a tune-up for Emil Smith-Rowe. With the fullness of the week, we will know more about if Arteta made the right moves or not. I think it's fair to wait till next Sunday.
Yeah, Mr. Tom, I think's lost it.
He's trying to poke you. So, Gary, this is for you. I think you'd still be in top 3 if you get the ball to Nketiah more.
Hey.
Tony, what have you got?
Mr. Tom, we love you, but
before I got the sin bin when I had my hand up, as I say,
dude, you guys cut me off like 3 times already.
Uh-oh. Gary's out with a venom.
Yeah.
But as I say, me, Gary, and Ray all had Pepe with 10+ goals, 10+ assists.
Yep.
We had no idea that Uncle Artie would treat him as unfairly as he had. But there's a reason 2 weeks ago I said it is a moot point because he doesn't like the guy. He does not like him. He's not going to get starts. He can't get substituted when he needs to be substituted on for at least 30 minutes today. I mean, Saka should have come off or Martinelli should have came off. Then you should have had Smith-Rowe coming on with 20 minutes away.
Yeah, you go 2-0 up. 2-0 up after 54 or 55 minutes. The game is going to peter down, and it's an opportunity to give some players a break. Matt, you want to jump in?
I didn't hear that last bit. I was just playing my volume there. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say you were playing Minecraft, so you didn't really.
He's logging on for Kahoot pretty soon, right, Matt?
Minecraft.
People need to jump on this Kahoot because it's literally. I look forward to this part so much. I love the quiz.
I'll be handing out the code in moments.
I don't know where the fuck my phone's at. I thought we'd get to a Don Juan.
So, yeah, we're going to get
to Don Juan first.
But, Matt, what's your take on it? I mean, you have the perfect opportunity to bring some players in. Rest things, but he didn't really do it till 12 minutes from the end.
No, I mean, for me, Odegaard is very good again. I know some have mentioned Ramsdale, but to me, yeah, he made a great save, but also I thought actually he didn't really handle that particular attack where Ben White was involved and made that tackle. I thought he almost caused some of that chaos because he didn't actually catch the ball. He kind of palmed it into danger. But no, I thought for me it'd either be Odegaard or maybe Partey. But probably because Partey got the goal today, I think I'll probably give it to Partey. I think
Partey is a nomination for the Tony Don Juan Man of the Match. Nair, what's your nominations for the Don Juan Man of the Match? I'm going to hand out the Kahoot pen.
Lavi, can you pass me a piece of that humble pie? Because my man of the match is going to this guy that I called. What? It's not ready. It should been any long time. Okay, never mind.
Bigger spoon. You need a bigger spoon.
Oh yeah, sorry. The guys are just saying I need a much bigger spoon for that big piece right there. It's Odegaard, guys. It's Odegaard. It like this guy keeps consistently proving me wrong. Please, mate, continue for many a year. Odegaard, if you ever hear this, I apologize. Keep doing your thing, my bro. Keep doing your thing, and keep the consistency. My God, people today were calling you the conductor. I had the maestro, and then I was like, whoa. Santi Cazorla was the maestro, fam. There was only one maestro, and there'll only ever be one maestro. But the conductor, okay, I see you. Do you think what?
Gary, I keep wondering about if the referees are going to start affording any protection to our players. Saka, in particular, referees don't seem to have any sympathy for him. You should feel a little something for what he went through with that penalty shootout. But we don't seem to get it, and we play a lot of ticky-tacky football. We're going to get injured. We're going to have an injury if we don't have protection.
That's where you want to see one of our players get a red card, protecting the guy.
Yeah. Even yellow cards, if Saka's getting hurt, getting tackled.
I'd like to just see a red card, just somebody come out and just protect the guy.
Just like confetti, throw it around. Gary, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, he definitely needs some. He needs protection, like we said, and he needs some support from his teammates. And somebody needs to stand out there and take a yellow. At least the official needs to know you can't hit my man like this anymore, right? That's what he needs. That's what we need. Nobody's taking a yellow for that. They're taking a yellow for other things, but not for that when you need to back up your player, right? But you know what? That one shows that he is a threat, and they have no choice but to bring him down and knock him down and everything they can to make sure he can't be 100% when he comes at them, and he has to second guess it. So that's a good thing. That just means he's moving in the right direction if they keep doing that to you. So yeah, he's doing good in that sense. Like I said, talking about man of the match, I was just going to give it to Erdegaard and move on. I think he had a really good game. Partey did get the header. And you know what? The midfield in general, the way the midfield is just flowing between those two. So we need
Saka
to see
and
them
Erdegaard.
continue. It's so apparent that if and when they do improve on number 34, things will be so much better. Partey passes him the ball and he just loses it. And you're like, Partey passes the ball to Lacazette, he loses the ball. And you're like, we just need some sound players in those two positions. And we'll be much all the better for it because Partey is playing good. He just doesn't have the right pieces around him now, which is what's been the case the whole time, right? It's like, who is he going to partner with? So, yeah. So it's Erdegaard for me. Partey has been really good. It's hard for me to. I guess Partey is going to be a tough one to get the man of the match, I think, because between the two of him and Erdegaard, between the two of them, they both kind of play off each other, and one of them will. I don't know how Partey's going to stand out because he's not going to be sometimes the last man with the ball, and you see those passes from for me anyways from Erdegaard, and you're like, damn. If somebody could get on the end of that, right? Lacazette tried, but he just couldn't get there. And you're like, he's just missing. They're all missing the next guy. So, yeah, should be good. Yeah. How's the pie?
You're good.
How's the pie?
Lacazette? No, man, I can't eat any more of this.
The Kahoot pin is 140. 2411.
Man. Get out of here.
We have 4 in the house for Kahoot so far. We've got some spots still available. Tony, I think I would go with Erdegaard myself. Partey getting a goal deserves a nomination. I'd go with Erdegaard. Can't give it to any Brazilians myself today, Tony. Sorry.
No Brazilians for me. I was originally to go with Ramsdale because I think his save. If it goes 1-1, you don't know how the games would turn out. But Odegaard definitely had the best performance out of anybody. It's his 5th, 6th straight game where you could say he was the best player on the pitch. He's controlling things. Not really liking him having to be a box-to-box player. I'd rather just see him setting up there as number 10. But he's doing what he's asked to do. You can't ask for more than that. So, be Odegaard.
And that's the thing that I find is disappointing is that Arteta will go out of his way to get 34 on the pitch, which means he'll play everybody else and ask them to do a lot more than what we know they're usually used to doing and when they're at their prime. And you're like, why are you bending over backwards for him? But for Pepe, no. Right? For Pepe, no. You have to come back and track back. You got to play defense. You got to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
You're playing
But
two
Pepe-
players out of position to make room for him. You got Lacazette and our little conductor.
I don't know if you're playing them out of position. Who are you playing out of position, Tony? It's a different formation.
You're playing Odegaard. It shouldn't be that far back. He's going to be behind Xhaka and Partey most of the time. On attack, you've seen Partey and Xhaka ahead of him.
He operates on the right side of the midfield. He operates on the right side.
Isn't he supposed to be a cam?
He's supposed to be our cam.
He's linking up on the right side.
Yeah, but
we know what he's doing.
Do we want him in
We're
the middle,
saying
though?
where should he be?
Well, I agree with Archie, Tony, because my understanding is being a cam, you're kind of meant to feed both. But he tends to kind of stick around the right-hand side rather than feeding both sides. But
basically, Partey's anchoring the midfield, and you've got Xhaka ahead of him on the left-hand side and Odegaard ahead of him on the right-hand side.
You're comparing, but Xhaka and Odegaard are totally different players when it comes to what they're. You know what you're. One of you expect him to do that. The other one, you're just pushing him away from the goal.
Yes,
and that's not. That's whereas
so two players out of position. Lacazette should be up at the goal. And
which two players are out of position, Tony? Which two players are out of position?
Lacazette and Odegaard. How clear do I need to make it? Lacazette's playing
where he should be playing. He's not out of position.
He's a striker, isn't he?
He shouldn't be playing cam.
No, he's a striker.
Oh, what
right?
don't he say? He's Lacazette.
He doesn't play a striker, but he's a striker on the field.
What's numbers on his shirt? It's a 9.
Firmino, listen, that's modern football, Tony. Get.
He is no Firmino, right?
He's playing that far back because our midfield is lacking. That's why he's playing there. Odegaard's playing back because Xhaka is not good enough. That's why both players are playing where they're playing.
No.
If we have the midfielders we needed, both of them would be playing in their spots. It's the truth, right?
No.
When Lacazette turns towards the goal, he's like at midfield. Firmino, when he turns to goal, he's looking at the box, and he's got Sané
and Gary. Why is he there?
Looking at
Gary. Why is he there?
Because of our midfield.
He's part of our midfield, but he's our striker.
Because of the midfield. All right, listen. We're going to start.
Better now, aren't they?
Now I'm gonna go grab my phone.
All right,
I'm praying that Ray comes to his senses, and sees what's going on.
Tony, that's not modern football.
Eye doctor along
How
with
many people do we have?
We got 3, so we need some participants.
All right.
Somebody
guys, jumping. Code is on the screen for Kahoot. 1402411. Very exciting game coming up ahead.
Were you eating something? Were you eating something out here? Were you eating or are you cleaning your boots?
No. Basically, I'm trying to be an artist and touch up my shoes a bit. So, if you see me with a paintbrush, and I'm with you guys fully, all my attention is with the pod. It's just that it so happens that man is touching up his shoes.
Hey, that conversation with Tony could have gone on for another 20 minutes.
Don't make
All
fun
I
of my
know
buddy.
is that I
Don't be
saw.
making fun of my buddies because he's not here. All right, stop it. Stop it right now. How dare you speak about
Gary,
Tony?
sorry,
Tony,
Gary, you know
tickle
I'm
that
the
way.
bodyguard.
That's
know,
the
I'm
only time I
Tony's
can talk
bodyguard.
about it when he's not here. My hair stay fresh, says why not?
Yes,
Hey.
sir.
Mane, I did see Mane in the left back position yesterday as well, away to Brighton. So these players are required to defend as well. Whether it be Liverpool, whether it be Arsenal, it does happen.
You're comparing Mane to Lacazette.
In position.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, in their position.
Please don't do that again.
Mane was being striker, and Lacazette tries to do
Oh, Mane.
Ray, please come to your senses.
All right, sign in. Come on. I got 9 questions for you guys.
Well,
We'll talk about Liverpool. We'll talk about Liverpool a little bit after it, and then we'll get out of here. Leave some meat on the bone, and we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out now what Matt's gonna have for supper.
Lasagna, baby. Lasagna.
Lasagne.
I just took
That's like twice in a month. Lasagna.
I love it. It's like
you
my
guys
favorite.
don't have to ask me what I'm having because you guys already know. Hey, Matt, one day I would love for us all to get together before going to the Emirates and have yours truly, Steve. I will no. Well, lasagna for dessert. Yeah, but like I'm saying, I would love to make you guys one of my special yours truly T-bones. And before a game at the Emirates, we go there and we win. Oh my days!
We'll drop the ball.
We do have to sort that.
Glorious emotion.
I remember when I fell asleep in a pub. I woke up the next day. Pub was empty. Someone stole my trainers and put slippers on my feet.
That's funny.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Arsene Wenger.
That's
the best lasagna in London.
We might have to leave for West Ham. If Tony's right, we might have to
lasagna
gate.
That's what happens when you party with Ray. He steals your trainers and puts slippers on your feet.
And throws you a little mustache. You know, one of those Charlie Chaplin ones, you know? That's funny.
All right. Who's there?
I still think the old ones are the best where you put people's hands.
Gary, do you want to know why Ray?
Themselves.
All right, you got 5 people in. Mr. Tickle. I think I know who Mr. Tickle is.
That's probably Stan.
Anyone else? Everyone else ready? Okay.
Yeah, what were you saying, Tony?
Ready.
Oh, as I say, why Ray's thought process is off lately.
Why is that?
Because of that. Too much blood's going to his hair. He needs to go to the barber.
You're just sore about Tommy Tickle. You're just sore about Tommy Tickle, and now you're just like lashing out at me. Here we go. Ready?
I'm lashing out at you because you can't
I have
see why 2 of our players are playing out of position.
Just to let you guys know before you guys start Kahoot, or whenever you're starting, I have told Ray, and I have started making a custom animation. So if you guys can try and get as many pictures to me on Twitter of yourselves, all the Arsenal fan circle family. I think I've made one for Matt. I think I've made yours already. Gary, you look nothing like your avatar. Tony, yours came out perfect. Ray's came out perfect.
He screwed mine up. Thanks.
No.
It's just being right, Gary. It's just being right.
Couldn't you find one of Ian right? I'm sure one of Ian right exists somewhere.
You guys remember Rohan?
Yeah.
Rohan, yeah.
I sent Rohan one, and I haven't gotten a reply yet. But when he replies to me, he's probably gonna be like, "You little shit." Because it's also
you got 6 people. Let's go. We're gonna go. Ready? Here we go.
Let's go. Kahoot.
this, people.
Now, who team?
God, I
All
hate
right.
music, Ray.
Fox and Cannon's quiz. Fox and Cannon's quiz. What was the final score earlier this season versus Leicester City away from home? What was the final score earlier this season versus Leicester City away? 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, or 3-1?
Can't remember.
Me either. I just guessed.
What was the final score earlier this season?
Well, we could have been smart and Google it as long as these questions last.
It's not 30 seconds. It can't be.
Can
that
you not?
quick.
Can you not put the time down on the answers? Can you not adjust it?
I've got a feeling.
Yeah, I can do 20 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Get two
I
correct
was
answers.
wrong.
2-0.
Said I'm tied with Mr. Tom. Ugh.
Ramiyasu and
Hey,
AFC
really?
Reds.
There's two
Reds.
Mr. Toms out there. What's going on?
Yo,
Back.
you too, Mr.
Tom's
Tom.
back.
Yeah, he's probably controlling 3 different accounts. Who scored the first goal in that win?
Ooh,
Neil
Oh
Smith
my
Rowe,
gosh.
Gabriel Mega.
That is-
Gabriel Megalegs, or
Gabriel Mega Leagues. So what's the spelling?
that's
You mean
that,
Mega Leagues?
that's
Yeah,
that.
Gabriel does have Mega Leagues.
I know I know I got it wrong.
Cannot take credit
I
for
think I picked the last.
Akhra.
Gary, all I ever hear from you is I get it wrong every time you do a quiz.
Again.
Send it at 20 seconds next time.
Mega
Ray.
Leagues.
30's too long.
3 correct answers for Gabriel Megalegs. He scored the first goal.
Mega Leagues with the win.
Wrong.
AFC Reds in the lead.
Well, I'm ready.
Mr. Tickle second.
Yeah.
Close third. Rami
Yeah,
Yasu.
Mr. Tickle, second.
Sentiment FC in 4th place. 3rd of 9. Back in 2016, which player scored the winning goal on Valentine's Day?
Yo,
2016,
so
who
easy,
scored the winning
guys.
goal?
Easiest question of the 3.
Sanchez, Welbeck, Giroud, or Ramsey? There should be no
Last
wrong answer.
minute.
Oh, okay. Well then, all right. I don't remember what happened yesterday.
I'm
Last
not on the
minute.
Kahoot train today.
Last minute.
I know I hit my wrong button.
2 correct answers for Danny Welbeck. That header.
Sorry if that was a hint to anybody, but I said last minute. I don't know if anybody picked up on last minute winner.
4
Who
people
could have
went
forgotten?
for Olivier Giroud incorrectly. AFC Reds on a streak of 3. He's probably going to take
Reds.
time back from Mr. Tom here. In 2019, which Arsenal player was sent off for a foul on Madison? Which Arsenal player was sent off for a foul on Madison
I'm just gonna go with the
4 years ago?
easiest choice
Usual
there.
Surely there's
suspect.
only one player. This
The usual
It could be
suspect.
two players there.
Now, you
Ain't
know.
gonna be
Usual
Either-
suspect.
It's either a yellow, orange, or a green.
So the orange, or orange.
No, orange.
Oh, we're all wrong.
No.
I lied.
2
I
correct
don't know
answers.
the-
Ainsley,
knew that'd be a
Maitland
trick
Miles.
question.
That's a trick question, Ray.
That was the ultimate trick question.
Brian Jack is in every option. Reds has a lead that might be hard to catch. Which person never managed Leicester City? Which person never managed Leicester City? Claude Puel, Steve Bruce, Claudio Ranieri, or Nigel Pearson? Mr. Tom, 0 for 4.
I'm just guessing.
Can I speak to the manager? That's funny.
Steve Bruce is the correct answer. He never managed
Yeah.
City. Rami up to 3rd.
Mr. Tick.
Sentiment second. Sentiment can maybe chase.
I think my Wi-Fi got hacked.
What player scored the only goal last season at the Emirates? What player scored the only goal last season at the Emirates? Tielemans, Vardy, Iheanacho.
Oh my goodness. Okay, another one.
I've got a feeling I've got this wrong, actually.
Nah,
Gary, you can't
I don't
get
think
this
so.
wrong, Gary.
Matt, I don't think you got this question wrong.
You didn't get this wrong, Gary. 6
You didn't get this wrong, Matt.
Jamie Vardy. No Vardy, no problem today. But I think even if Hardy had played, he wouldn't have scored against us. Harvey Barnes was a little bit of a problem earlier.
Yeah,
he
Bobby Bond's a
played
good
well.
player though.
Which
Like
team
it.
lost to both Leicester City and Arsenal in the last two FA Cup finals? Which team lost to both Leicester City and
Oh,
the last two FA Cup
come
finals?
on.
Manchester
We
United,
were in a final.
last two FA Cup finals.
We were in one.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Seems so long ago.
Six correct answers. It was Tommy Tickle's team, Chelsea.
But Tommy Tickle wasn't there yet.
Last season, he was. Last season, yes.
Yeah, I
Against
guess after Fat Frank finally got in the sack.
There's a race on for second place between Sentiment and Ramiyasu. A race on for fourth place between Mr. Tickle and Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom
Really
will
is
say-
clear. It's clear.
Tom will have excuses. Name Jurgen Klopp's first team as a manager. What a guy, Jurgen Klopp. Name his first team as a manager. Nuremberg, Mainz, Dortmund, Hoffenheim.
I think I went
know,
with
I got this wrong.
I don't think it's the obvious.
No, I've put the obvious, but I know it's not. I just couldn't choose the right one.
Starting to think like me, Matt, here.
I knew it.
No, I
would-
that one,
I would have gone
I mean,
Hoffenheim if I was
Three
taking it.
correct
If I was
answers
gonna
for Mainz.
would have gotten that wrong.
First gig. Rids is a tough nut to crack. So, Sentiment, you're doing great
Doing
in
very
second
well.
place. Rami Yasu and Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom could get a podium, Matt. Don't let him do it. Last question. What was Arsenal's result at Anfield earlier this season? 3-0 loss, 4-0 loss, 3-1 loss, 4-1 loss. How did we do at Anfield earlier this season? We want to improve on that on Wednesday.
Oh, I can't remember.
Hamp Arsenal Luchador would have showed up if we got this. If
You're the
we won.
Luchador.
6 correct answers, 4-0 loss.
Yeah. Yeah, we got them.
Results are in.
Ooh.
Third place, Ramiyasu holds on against his late push from Tom.
About.
Second, and Rids reclaims the belt. Number one.
Well done, Reds. Well done, Sentiment.
Good.
Over
Well done,
Mr.
guys.
Tom. And I will be branching out into more Premier League questions moving forward. Because, it's
Because
hard
who
to-
knows?
more and more Arsenal. It's hard to do more and more Arsenal stuff. So, yeah. Congratulations, Rids. You are the champion.
This week's champion.
What happened, Gary?
Wi-Fi.
What happened, Tony?
Gary has more excuses than Ray.
No, I didn't have the right answers. That's all. That's what happens when you don't.
It
get
wasn't
the right
written in
answer.
American, was it, Gary?
It was not written in American. That is true.
Steve
Written
Bruce
in-
goes to the same Aldi. John Wayne's in the house. Thanks for joining us, John Wayne.
Howdy.
Wayne.
Love the movie.
Howdy.
Well done, Reds.
Howdy.
I will do probably a movie-based Kahoot moving forward as well. Cheers, Sandman and Matt.
Yeah, you'll probably do that at the same time as you do your movie watch along.
Are you any good at movies, Gary?
Not based on what I've heard from Sam talking about movies. I'm like, no, I'm not that good. I did one of those. I think I did one of those during like Tony's thing. Tony's like,
You did horrible.
I was
Stuart's
terrible.
Stuart's inquiry on why not sentiment. He got timed out. Didn't let me answer.
Oh,
That sounds like a Tony excuse. Why not?
That's,
Sorry.
Well, that sounds like a Gary excuse.
Arteta Wi-Fi. Just blame it on Arteta Wi-Fi.
Gary's the one that says the questions are coming up slow before, not me.
No, sometimes it does happen, but not today.
I got cheated. Says why not? Sorry, never got to answer my first question.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
Gary
you know
said that other time he didn't get to answer the first two and he won the damn thing.
the good thing is there's always another game around the corner. Why not? So do join us next week. But we're not getting out of here yet.
here we go.
Five wins in a row, Gary. now we face Liverpool, top three team on Wednesday.
No more L's, please. No more L's.
I think
I'd
you're
like
gonna
to
see
see
an
that.
L in there unless Uncle Artie comes to
A
us.
lot of towns in Wales that they've got L's in their towns, right? How you spell them?
Yeah, no more
We don't
L's.
want
Right?
any
No,
Ls.
we need to come out and play. I mean, can Arteta get suspended or something like that? We're bringing Albert and see how that works out this time around. Because whatever we did when he
We'll
came
pass
on, I
around the
want to do it
COVID
again.
blanket. We'll send
There you
Uncle
go.
Artie a COVID blanket.
Well, you know what? We need to. Hopefully, I haven't heard his interview, but hopefully he's disappointing again.
Yeah.
In a win, because I think we didn't play. I don't think we played the way he wanted us to today. I don't believe we did at all. So I expect him to be a little disappointed in that. Happy for the goals, but not happy for the performance that we put out there. Because we need to be growing from game to game, and we're not. We're kind of not doing that right now. So, and we can't blame it on depth just yet. We've had weeks. We've had a week in between each game, so that could be an issue.
We probably don't have. We've got a fully fit squad. You looked at the subs bench, Matt, and only Swanson looked out of place on the subs bench. So
everybody looked out of place since they didn't come on until 12 minutes for lift.
Well, save that till next Sunday, Tony, and then you can criticize. We'll see what
then you'll tell him you can't talk about the past.
Probably, most likely.
All right.
All right, Tony. So this is Zach, my nephew. He is a Manchester City supporter. He will probably want Arsenal to do them a favor on Wednesday. But what can happen tomorrow with Crystal Palace and City, Tony?
We knew what happened on the first, or we all know what happened on the first game they played this season. Little Vieira got his team playing, and they got the win. I think it could be a draw tomorrow. I think Palace will probably win this time. Draw is possible.
A draw is possible. Mahir, what do you see tomorrow with Crystal Palace and City? Patrick Vieira.
I told somebody earlier on, and I'm going to stick with it. 4-0 to Man City.
Yeah, Man City. Man City need those wins. Gary, to your point, I was going to mention as well. Yesterday, Klopp is going crazy because some Liverpool players didn't do the right things. They try to find their teammates. And Arteta's trying to instill the same kind of standards, instilling the same things. Listen, it's different players. I get it.
It's not even that. It's more he has a way of playing with the players that he's got, so they got to perform, right? That's what they keep saying, right? So it's not necessarily Klopp. It's probably every manager has the exact same expectations from their squad. That's why they put them out there and give them specific rules as to what needs to be done. And if they don't do it, then he's going to be disappointed. And like I said, I think that's what we saw today is a really disappointing performance in terms of what he wanted them to do. He'll take the result, but can't live on those things, right? I mean, because it'll for me, it's more the case of what happens after the Liverpool match if we play like this, right?
Tony, yes, make sure the bucket is still on for after the show. That's a different kind of backstage pass. Mayer, what paint are you using?
Hey?
That might be a backdoor.
What paint are you using? Acrylic paint, just normal black acrylic paint. I'm basically just painting like the edges of my Jordans where I can see white. I just want it to be all black and gray. Let me just show you guys something.
Mayer, we were going easy on them. Tell your friend.
You should get one of those, what they call them, Sharpies.
Yeah, when I use a Sharpie on it, then it like fades away. It like fades away very quickly. And then I went into my brother's cupboard and I was like, "What is this guy doing with so many?" He's got like 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 bottles of acrylic paint, and I was like, "You're not even here, bro. What are you even using it for?" I just took them and I said, "Suffice black."
I remember when I was in grade school, somebody put leather dye on my house. I had to get it sandblasted off.
What did you do for them?
Oh, you know what?
You know what? Right, Tony?
You know what happened today, though, right?
Thank
So
goodness.
Lacazette got his 200th career goal.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
right.
I
He was
mean-
waiting for that one against
So
Wolves. He
he,
didn't
so
get
he,
it.
so he, so he's reached a milestone that not too many get to do. That's pretty high number there, right? So, as much as we make fun of him not for scoring, he scored a lot compared to some in this league that have played the same position. So he's doing it.
Yeah.
So
His roles just changed slightly within the team because of the dynamic.
Just slightly.
Football we're
I
playing
wonder
now,
how many
you
of
know.
those goals is for Arsenal.
It's
though.
changed quite a bit.
You know, the dynamic of the team's changed. The style of football we play is slightly different. The players he's got around him are different. He's just fulfilling a different role. You know, he's no longer being relied on as an out-and-out goal scorer. You know, he's never really been that anyway.
Well, saying what you're thinking, what you're saying, Matt. I think maybe some of our experienced players have been asked to fulfill some roles.
Guys are hilarious,
I
man.
didn't read this. I bet Tony got drunk and did it to a house.
I did not put leather dye on my own house, Mr.
and
Tom.
then he deleted the home security video. It just went blank. I don't know what happened. The tape just I don't know.
Tony, how many numbers in the alphabet, Tony?
24 minutes.
How many numbers in my alphabet? Our alphabet?
Yeah,
0.
Which one?
0. 0. Matt, thinking about what you were just saying, I think some of our experienced players have been asked to fulfill some roles.
That is not true.
Not true?
No.
Granit Xhaka is doing something out of his wheelhouse.
No, he's being forced there because he can't do his real job. Big difference. He's not being asked to do something different to support the team. We're coddling him, you know.
Lacazette is
On a couple of times,
experience
today, he's actually in the striker's position.
Lacazette is providing that leadership, Gary.
He's definitely given us leadership. Whether or not he's, like I said, doing things, he doesn't score, but he definitely. I mean, even today, like his hold-up play wasn't that good, and that's supposedly what we always talk about, right? His hold-up play is supposed to be really good, and today he wasn't as good as it could be. So, you know, him being on the field is better than not. So I'm going to take that for what we got to take that for what it is. So when he's not out there, we know the difference. We see the difference. And that's what the team's lacking, right? We're leading that leadership. We're leading that somebody who's got presence on there, and the presence that gets everybody moving in the right direction, right? So,
I still think the best thing he did today is when he lost possession, the foul he made afterwards. To me, is even better than the penalty. So it's the type of shit houser you want.
Yeah, but he put that on. He's got to be able to control that ball. I mean. The reason why he had to go and do that is because he can't even hold up the ball, and that's the one thing supposedly he can do.
Yeah, but he did a good tackle.
Yeah, but I mean that's the problem.
Come on, give me credit for his tackle, Gary.
No,
the one he got caution. He didn't get a caution, but I mean, he went back after Albrighton for that. Tony, can we get a VAR check on likes, Tony? Where are we at?
We're at 18. Is that
Tony in charge of VAR department is scary. All of itself.
You better smash those guys, he'll be after you.
So Matt, yesterday, Liverpool went to Brighton. It was going to be I thought it'd be a difficult game, but it seemed like a run-of-the-mill thing. They soaked up some pressure.
Yeah, they attacked and
got the goal they needed, defended well, and got a penalty in the second half.
Yeah, and Brighton as a team are kind of. They've gone on a bit of a poor run of form, haven't they? I don't think they've won many of their recent games, did they? If I remember rightly. Brighton. Yeah, I think they've lost all 5 of their last.
Well, yeah, they've lost 5 in a row.
So yeah, I mean, going into that game, you think Liverpool on the form they're on.
A team that's lost 4 in a row, and Ray thinks it's going to be a difficult game. Only Ray.
Well, Brighton, do you know what? Brighton on their day can pose people problems. They're not an easy team to play.
Don't take up for Ray.
Gary kind of picked up for me on Thursday night as well.
No, don't ever say that ever again.
What's it back?
Don't ever say that again, please. No.
You did.
Gary, never do that again.
We'll never do it again now. From here on out, Ray, you're just gonna have to hope Matt is on every show, or else it's all you. It's just you against us.
That's the only reason I'm on.
Yeah,
Operation Human Shield.
I had to balance it out.
That's
If
why he gets
Spurs had a
Alonso
book, they
on
would have
too.
no title.
Alonso and Matt's the only one that's to protect poor Overrated.
If Brighton hadn't won 4 of the last 5 games, they'd be in the Leeds boat. Yeah. Brighton
Little
had-
did Matt know he's a sacrificial lamb.
The bulletproof vest.
Mahir, any final thoughts, Mahir? How's the boots? How the boots coming?
Now I want to see a Photoshop.
Oh, it's
of a
coming out
lamb in a
nicely.
bulletproof vest. Can you
It's
make
coming
us
out
one,
nicely.
Matt?
I'm just painting these orange insoles, which are actually football insoles. Because the shoe was so trash, it broke right inside to the insole, like right to the bottom of the shoe. So yeah, it's going well. But final thoughts. Love you guys, the panel, my guys, and everybody that is Arsenal fan circle. Go and subscribe to us, like and hit this, and smash the living daylights out of the subscribe button as well. If you breathe oxygen, my people, and to our subscribers as well. Love and appreciate you guys for everything that you do.
There you go. You heard it from Lacazette, right?
Nice.
My Lacazette celebration is not very good.
And he didn't. That's the way he.
Nah,
takes
you did
his,
it.
That's the way he takes his PKs. All right, that's the way he takes them. So
Yeah, listen,
Yes.
that was a great penalty kick, Gary. With all of that, I mean, we all probably had a little bit of a worry.
It's a pleasure, guys. It's a pleasure.
We
It's
missed-
bottom or top buns. Remember, bottom or top buns with lots of power.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Just,
We missed 3 or 4 this season, but we did get the penalty
I'm
sealed.
sorry.
Crossed over the half century. We're on 51 points, and as Gary said, win half of our remaining games.
You can feel good.
gonna be-
Lacazette down there. You made 9 out of 10 out of your career with us. So way to go.
Any final thoughts from the Chelsea manager down there? Bottom
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I do have final thoughts. Next
Little
week,
tiny
no,
mother.
I'm not a pirate. I will have a patch on my eye from laser surgery. Yay. To stop the bleeding in both my eyes, or it'd be just one eye this time, but the other Friday I'll have it on the other eye. But like I said, don't take your health for granted. I exercise 2 hours a day, eat right, take my insulin like I'm supposed to, and still keep dealing with health problems. So I won't be a pirate.
All right.
R though.
With,
you know what that means, folks. Pepe is scoring.
He's scoring.
Pepe is scoring. The eye patch goes on. Pepe's goals go up.
on to the Scousers next. Hopefully, we can put a dent in their title aspirations. Start putting a little.
Gary called it, as Sam calls him, Long John Silver to score.
Start getting a little bit of respect from those fans above us. You know, the Chelsea's, the City, and Liverpool fans.
Yep.
Start looking over your shoulders a little bit. Hopefully, on Wednesday night we can do something. But let's enjoy it, right, Matt? I mean, it's a game to be enjoyed.
Yeah,
Let's go back to the double pivot before Wednesday, please.
Yeah, no, we've got to enjoy it. You know, these are the games. If we want to be competing and hitting top 4, and this is where we belong, then if we belong here and this is where we should be able to compete with the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea and at least get a point or put in a decent performance. This is testing yourself against the best. So let's do it. I'm hoping that the team are full of confidence. I'm hoping that they'll take a lot from what they've achieved so far in the season, and they'll be riding the wave. But hopefully, like I say, we'll be able to go in. I mean, playing Liverpool earlier in the season, that game where we were with 10 men, it was a really gritty performance. I just think sometimes with teams like Liverpool and City, I think we almost give them a little bit too much respect.
Yep.
So let's not do that this
Yep.
time. City, I think City, we didn't do that. We were very unfortunate. We did that actually. We were close to getting a result. But I think we just need to play with some confidence and not let them put the pressure on us. Because I think if we do that, then you're on to hiding. I think so. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm really interested to see how we're going to perform in this match.
Yep.
Yeah, Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because effectively we have got pretty much a fully fit squad still.
Full fit team.
So,
yeah,
interesting.
All right, Mahir, thanks for joining, Tommy Tickle.
You're welcome. Tommy Tickle. Nothing like Tommy Tickle.
We'll get out of here. We'll have a Liverpool game to talk about on Thursday night. So we'll see what happens. And as Matt said,
my eyes must be really shit if I actually do look like Mr. Tickle.
Put our best foot forward on Wednesday night.
Hey, you can't say that, right? I can only put forward.
We're out of here.
Well, he said foot, not feet.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. I can say